BBC London 94.9 Breakfast with Joe and Paul. Call 020 722 42000.
Coming up in 10 minutes' time on the show, Alicia Dixon, winner of Strictly Come Dancing, former member of Mystique, of course, with a fantastic solo career, talking about Wimbledon. She's live from Wimbledon. But right now, boy, am I excited, because for weeks and weeks and weeks now, I've been banging on about how enthralled I am, as is the current and final Mrs. Ross, as is most of the team, by a fantastic ITV1 afternoon show. It climaxed after weeks of effort and sweat and strain and moaning and motivation. It climaxed on Friday with a worthy winner. I'm talking, of course, about Britain's Biggest Loser, and I'm delighted to say, in the nicest possible way, Britain's Biggest Loser is with us now. I cannot believe how well you look, Kevin Sage. Welcome, matey, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You shed how much?
It was it 9 stone, 6 pounds?
9 stone, 6 pounds, yeah.
Also
not
with
quite
us-
good enough for me. I wanted 10 stone.
Of course,
Yeah,
you
I
did.
know. I was
He
upset
let
as well.
me down.
Angie Dowds is with us as well. Miss Motivator. You were fantastic in the show, Angie.
Thank you so much.
You know,
Scary but fantastic.
And I
A little bit scary.
Both of you, we do have quite a few celebrities come through the studio. Never have I known the producer or Paul Ross so excited. We've been trailing you two for about a fortnight now.
Well, I'll tell you what it was with the show as well. It's that fantastic thing where, of course, you start with a huge range of people with different stories. We've got no way of knowing who's going to really grasp this opportunity. That's right. Kevin sort of did from the first week. A lot of other people didn't, and it became a journey you went on. I know that's an overused term. A journey you went on. How is it for you, Angie, watching these people either step up to the mark or fall by the wayside? Because you had a couple of the most irritating children I've ever seen on the show. Big Jamie and Big Katie.
Jamie.
What a couple of whiners.
Yeah,
and they nearly made it to the final.
Yeah, they did. And me and Jamie, had...
Sick note, as you called
Sick
it.
note, yeah. Say no more, really. We had a lot of problems. And I think that's the thing with Kev. For me, the thing that stands out with Kev is he did struggle. First week, I gave him a real bollock in the first week, Paul. He was pretty useless in the first week.
We have to be careful with your language.
But he really got
And what was your nickname?
I got Cupcake.
Oh, yes, that's
I
right.
got... Because, actually, it was a fight between me and Jamie who was going to get the actual nickname of Cupcake, because he ate 6 cupcakes and I ate 3 that day. But getting a phone call home was just the most important thing for me at that time.
Because, of course, you were there as well as for your health, and, of course, and the main point of the show is about health. It's not, I mean, I would say the actual weight loss is a side issue to getting people healthier, making people live longer, and you had a very special reason for that, Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, my son is everything to me. And for most people in the UK who's in the position where they're caring for children, it's hard as it is. But when you've got a disabled child as well, it can be really hard. And you don't. A lot of carers in the UK don't really think of themselves. All they think about is the person that they're caring for. And when that happens, you can fall by the wayside. I know a lot of people who's in my situation and they're overweight because they just care for their kids more
In fact,
than
you could see
anything
it a bit
else.
with Jamie's dad, who I did like very much, and he was obviously looking after his wife who's got breathing difficulties.
Yeah,
and he also
Dave
had
was
an
a trooper.
overgrown
Dave
baby.
is a machine.
Dave was a machine.
But he had an
yeah.
overgrown baby in the shape of Jamie, so he was
Yeah.
almost minding 2 people. When you started off, you didn't know your partner in the show, did you? He kind of turned up and doorstepped you and surprised you.
Yeah.
It's just so people don't know, but there were a pair of people competing. Gradually, one
That's
half would
right.
go or be evicted from the house or whatever.
That's right. It was a really strange thing because I'd been told that I wasn't going to be accepted onto the show. I got a phone call and the producer said, both of you are not going to be accepted onto the show, because I was originally paired up with someone else, someone I applied for on the show. And then all of a sudden there's a knock at the door and this guy's standing there in a high-vis jacket, and I thought, oh, he's a meter reader, when they come around reading your meter. And
In fact, he's a lorry driver.
He's a lorry driver, yeah. He said, I'm Mark Lewis and you're on The Biggest Loser. And it was just, okay, but I've just been told, but it was my partner, my original partner, wasn't accepted onto the show. And so he kind of saved me. And it was a great experience. Obviously, I owe a lot to Mark, but, when you
No,
live
you
with...
don't. You
No, I
did it all
don't,
yourself.
actually.
No, you
I
don't.
owe a lot to Mark in the first couple of weeks.
I'm glad he lost the goatee, though. I never think a larger chap with a goatee that look
Doesn't
never
work.
works. No,
Not a
it
good
didn't.
thing.
It didn't fool us into thinking Jamie was skinny.
Not a
and it
good
didn't really
thing.
work with Mark, but he looks much better now. But you all look so much better. Even Jamie and the whinging Katie look better.
Oh, I mean, give them their due. I mean, I think Katie and Jamie, especially Jamie, in the last 2 weeks, really stepped up a gear. Don't you?
Well, yeah, he did step up, but
Right, into second
too
gear.
late. Too late.
Yeah.
It's the
Second gear.
Yeah.
We was hoping for getting at least to gear
I mean,
3.
at the end of the day, I can't Jamie and I didn't. We just didn't.
You didn't gel.
We didn't gel.
They're not going to be Christmas cards, are
No,
they,
there's
Angie, for being
definitely
honest?
not.
Kevin, now you've lost this weight, I mean, and the television cameras are not going to be making you high profile and following your every move. Is it going to be easy, do you think, that you keep it off? Have you sort of re-educated your brain in all this?
I have to confess something.
It's a good question, actually, really, because that's a tough thing for these guys. You know, the transition, because it's so extreme. It is tough. You know, being in that house 8 weeks, they go through. It's like being in the Marines, really. Worse, probably. But, you know, the transition is tough, and Kev and I still work together now, you know, and we have to take it to the next phase. Because to just walk away after that...
Yeah.
It's
That's
But I must say,
good.
you looked when you came out in that skinny 60s
looked good in that
suit
suit,
with
didn't
a
he,
tie,
Paul?
it was a revelation. You thought, this is like seeing Kevin 25 years ago when he was 12 years old.
It was. I mean, well, the last time that I was that weight, which was like 14.5 stone, was when I was 14 years old.
Now, Angie gave you a nickname, Cupcake.
No,
My nicknames were much worse than that.
No,
I
you
can't
got the
say
nickname
them
Cupcake,
on radio.
but you had another nickname from your son.
Mr. Belly.
So what does he call you now? He can't call you Mr. Belly. We haven't got one.
No, he doesn't. I don't know. I haven't got one yet.
And what are you going to do with the money? Because you won, what was it, 10 grand?
10 grand.
So you're going on holiday, or what are you doing?
I'm going to take Jonathan on holiday.
My brother's got enough money.
Me?
And I'll take Angie on holiday as long as it's not one of these like fitness holidays where you have to climb up something or something. No, it's got to be a relaxing holiday. You can
Any
come
holiday will do me.
You said you had to confess something. Have you?
I had to confess something. Yeah, over the weekend we went over the West End and that West End Live thing, and you're in Leicester Square and you're surrounded by all these burger
I haven't
bars.
heard this confession, by the way.
So I know I'm really sorry.
You're sitting a bit quite close to me. Be careful, Kev.
Forgive me, Angie. I've sinned. But anyway, I was with Michaela from the show, and she's just a bad influence. And we ended up walking into like a Burger King. And
God.
but the thing is,
Angie, how do you deal with this?
But what I found, I never ate a thing. Let me just say, I never ate a thing. But what happened?
He liquidised it and drank it.
No. I had a bottle of water from Burger King. But what happened is, I found I was.
Water from Burger King.
I know it was just far too much. But I was sitting there, and there's like 500 people in this restaurant, and I'm thinking like, this is, you know, someone's going to say something in a minute.
Yeah, recognise you.
You know, and I ended up. I was looking at the internet this morning, and there's a post on YouTube at the moment with one of our videos that we was actually spotted going.
No.
So we have to be really.
So the public will monitor you. There you go.
The public are monitor.
I hope they're not monitoring me.
And you've got a DVD out linked to the last series.
We've got a brilliant DVD out. Yeah, I mean, you know, I was never too sure about DVDs. There's lots of them out there, and but we decided we wanted to put a DVD together that really reflected the kind of work, you know, that we did in the house and got really great results. And, you know, anybody can do it, any level, you know, from complete beginner, never done any exercise before, to, you know, some of my long-standing clients who train hard have found it tough. So, yeah, I mean, we're excited about the DVD. It's fantastic.
It's good. The thing that I found with it, it's got all these different levels. So if you're at a beginning level of your exercise, you can start off with that. You know, and then obviously move on. And I kind of went in on the really extreme hardcore Angie workout, and I'm featured on that part of the DVD. And oh my God, it's Armageddon. Really is. It just completely.
But it does ease you in gently, of course.
Yeah, I thought I was just going to go film this DVD. It was going to be easy. We was going to stop and have a break.
You've worked with this woman. You know what she's like.
Yeah, exactly.
I lowered me guard.
Just one question. Rose has sent in a text, and she says, "Just can I ask a question? How do you get rid of all the flab after you've lost the weight?" That's what I was
That's a question for you, Kev.
I'm in quite a lucky position because this is the first diet that I've ever done in my entire life. You find with a lot of people that yo-yo diet that they kind of get the loose skin when they're going up and down in weight. I've been told anyway. And for me, it's kind of toning back. I think swimming is a really, really good way of toning, you know, because you're using movement that you don't normally.
So it's not all flapping around.
No, well, it is.
Is it flapping around, Kev? Tell us.
Well, yeah, but a little bit flapping around.
So it's the crunches and the swimming.
It does a little bit.
It
Stomach crunches, fantastic. Swimming, you know, just get up and do a swim at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and it just sets you up for the day.
I think a lot depends on, you know, your age, whether you have yo-yo dieted, and how you treated your body, genetics.
Because some people do have to have it. Well, they choose to have it surgically removed.
Paul,
Don't they,
I mean, if
you
put on a huge amount of weight and you lose it, there is, you know, there is the possibility.
Oh, he's looking
Paul,
at
that's
Joe.
so rude. That's so rude.
Yeah, he's pointing. Joe, don't take that kind of.
No, I won't.
Paul, it's actually a very good question though, because in a way, I would like people to understand that just 'cause you can lose weight, you put a lot of weight on, you can lose it, but you don't really want to take the risk because you can lose the weight, but you may never
Lose
get
the
back.
flesh.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's not worth taking that risk because some people get away with it, but a lot of people don't get away with it.
You can see that your skin fits because all around your neck, everything it
Your skin
fits.
fits,
Some people look like a turkey afterwards.
I was quite amazed actually. Even when I was watching the show on Friday, I was quite amazed with how I looked.
Yeah.
He looked fantastic. He really did, didn't he?
He looked hot.
He did look hot. James Bond.
Someone said, "I can't believe
The
that guy
strawberry
is." Yeah,
James Bond.
Well, it's Daniel Craig's strawberry blondish, is he?
Yeah, I
Oh,
can
he's
give him the
more
right
ginger,
light. You're there.
I wouldn't call myself ginger. I've always called myself strawberry blondish.
Titian.
Yeah.
And on that bombshell. Thank you very much.
Thank
It's
you.
lovely to
No
meet you.
problem.
Kevin Sayes there,
Brilliant.
Britain's Biggest Loser, and the fantastic Angie Dowd. The DVD is called Britain's Biggest Loser, The Workout.
Thank you, guys.
Time for the travel now. 8:46. Here's Jules Lang.
Thanks very much, Paul. The M20.